What's good, y'all? It's your boy Kev. I'm back. Um, it is, I believe, March 11th, Wednesday, and it is like 2:30 in the morning. I absolutely had to come and do a little commentary on the Bad Girls Club episode last night. Let me tell y'all something. Now, y'all know I love me some Bad Girls Club. I don't know what it is about that show, but just seeing a group of crazy whores just bug out and just eat each other alive is fascinating and very interesting to me. Um, now, it was a very now last week they left off with um, the whole fight between the group of girls on Amber M. Now, they were in this episode they were talking about it popping off, and out of the whole group, Tiffany, which as I earlier stated is one of my favorites, um, she started to feel real remorseful for what had happened, and because basically, and I said this in the last updated video on Bad Girls Club. um, I said that it's funny how like all of them were mad at both the Ambers for doing the same things that they have been doing all season, which is popping off and running at the mouth and just being very hypocritical and whatever. Now the Ambers have already, got up the creek without the paddle. The Ambers have already fell out with each and every one of them. At this point, you know, they've already basically washed their hands. Like the whole house has basically washed their hands to the Ambers. It's been a wrap for a while now. Basically they've already gotten to a point where they're over the Ambers, they're tired of it, and the Ambers have hit that they've reached their limit. The Ambers trying to redeem themselves and come out and say, you know what, I'm sorry, and please forgive me, which they have tried to do, but those five spiteful ass bitches want to be mean about it and just be like, whatever, I'm not dealing with y'all, and you know everything led up to this point. Now Tiffany has a bad night. They're all drunk off their ass. Tiffany has a bad night because dude called her out. The MC at the show, called her out and said and tried to get her thrown off the club. And she got upset because she was drunk and emotional. One thing leads to another. Amber M's off doing her own thing. You know what I'm saying? Just dancing, having a good time, minding her business. Comes outside and now she's like a deer caught in the headlights. Basically, she's right there, you know, and it's like a whole row of monster trucks just coming her way with their attitudes and with their bitch assness because of the fact that she was having a good time and they weren't. Now, she didn't do nothing to them, she didn't say nothing to them. She had been avoiding them pretty much the whole damn vacation because of what happened between the two of them and the other girls. And so, but Amber was having a good time and they didn't like it, so they decided to get at her. She told them to back the hell up off of her, leave her the hell alone. They wouldn't listen. One thing leads to another. They get in her face, and it's pushing each other. And the next thing you know, Boston grabs her by the head and just starts beating on her. Then, as soon as she jumps in, here comes little bitch ass, fucking little rascal looking ass, raggedy ass Aaliyah jumping in the shit, kicking on her in her face and her stomach, doing all types of stuff. And all the girls basically jump on her except Tiffany. Tiffany, she's actually trying to break the shit up. You know what I'm saying? And it was like all this mess. Now, I already told you I don't like Aaliyah because first of all, Aaliyah is an instigator. She always has been from the jump. Okay, but as soon as the little spotlight got on the Ambers and off of her ass, she wanted to roll with the clique, knowing that nobody even liked her ass from the beginning. And all of a sudden she thought she was cool, and she wanted to pop shit. And if it wasn't for the fact that Boston had pulled her by her hair, Aaliyah would not have jumped in that shit. She would not have put her hands on Amber because Aaliyah pops shit, but she doesn't do nothing about it. Um, and I thought that was real amusing. That was amazing to me how she is supposed to be this hard ass, but yet still she had to wait for someone else to jump into a fight in order for her to get physical. She makes all these threats all season about doing this and I will break your face and da da da, but she never did nothing up until this point. After someone already started fighting. Oh, let me get my hits in now. You're fake. Anyway, so one thing leads to another. They start fighting, and Amber M runs off, and Amber B. I feel like has grown, throughout the season. I commend her for that, but I feel like she should have had her girls back more because when they was whooping her ass, Amber B wasn't hardly doing shit to stop it, and she was just kind of off into her own world. Even when Amber M ran off after it was over with, Amber B stood there like in awe. Go see about your girl. Like, why are you sitting there looking stupid? But I digress. Then Tiffany felt real remorseful. She was telling all them bitches about their ass. She was like straight up, she wasn't trying to hit y'all with no shoe. She was trying to protect herself because all y'all was coming at her. It wasn't until after y'all had started hitting her that she took the shoe off and tried to defend herself. All the stuff had happened. She was basically calling them out one by one, like, you did this, and you did that. I was trying to break it up, which she was. And I really commend Tiffany. She's back in my good light. She's back in my good spirits now because um, she's actually taken leadership again, and she stopped following them spiteful, hypocritical, fake bitches, and she's, back into the old Tiffany that stood, held her own and stood her ground. And I'm happy that she's doing that now because before, Tiffany was following them whores and got into a whole lot of stuff, and got caught into the mess. Um, but anyway, um, you know, she took the initiative to be the grown woman and go up and talk to her and speak with Amber and apologize to her because Amber was broken. She was broke down. She was crying her eyes out, bawling, upset, hurt, physically, emotionally. You don't do that to nobody. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how bad you don't like them. Like I never felt like Amber M did something that serious to the point where they had to do that to her ever. And you know, Tiffany was just acknowledging that, and she went and made amends with her because she was right. At some point, a line has to be drawn, and something has to be done, because they don't have to get along. You know what I'm saying? So put the shit to the side. Y'all already done said y'all piece. Y'all already done got back at each other. Let it go. You know what I'm saying? But them other whores just like following the leader, the monkey see, monkey do, and being dumb, immature bitches just because they could. And so what I love is that Boston. No, what I love is how Aaliyah got in front of the police and totally ratted Boston out. Talking about when my girls get into shit, I got their back. Da 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 da. Soon as the police came in that room and started questioning her ass, she let Boston's ass hang to dry. Okay? Oh, that wasn't me. That was Boston. Boston hit her. Boston was kicking her. That wasn't me. Da, 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 da. I didn't kick her at all. I don't recall doing that. Bitch, you recall because you was bragging about the same fucking morning before the cops got there. You were bragging to everyone, Boston included, that you kicked her hard. Even showed how you bruised your toes from kicking her so hard. And then you took in a lot of police and put Boston out there to fucking hang and dry, which I thought was another fake bitch move. And she really needs her ass whooped, like on some real stuff. Like somebody should have whooped her ass. Seriously, I wouldn't have just let her leave like that. She would have got fucked up. But anyway, what ended up happening was Boston, got the blame, which she rightfully should have. Um, and she was ordered to leave before more charges were pressed. So she left the country and she got off. Um, Aaliyah, popping shit again, and Tiffany calls her out, tells her about her stinking ass, and she wanted to cry, acting like she's so sincere, when really she was just pissed off because she was gonna have to leave her Fonzo and her old ass boyfriend Kevin, and have to leave the house because obviously Amber's gonna want her ass there. So she cries and makes up this bullshit apology and ends up getting kicked out. So she left, and did nobody fucking miss her ass. And after all that sincerity, she gets in front of the camera talking about something. I'm sure when I see Amber M again, it's not gonna be pretty. Bitch, you're so fake. Just leave and shut up. You looking like a fucking, you looking like a damn chipmunk, looking foolish. Just shut up and get out of my face. Anyway, so yeah, she left, and once again, peace and balance are back with the house. And what I really want to see is how Ashley reacts. I want to see if that fake bitch started to get all up in the Amber's face now. That's what I want to see.